Hey guys, I just got home from work and I have got some leftover chicken from chicken that I roasted in the good old Runco rotisserie. Y'all remember that commercial? I love that thing. But anywho, I thought I'd make some chicken a la king since I've got leftover chicken, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. And listen before you get scared, because first time I ever heard of chicken a la king, it sounds fancy. I was like, I don't know about all that. But it's one of the simplest, quickest, little easiest dishes that ever was. But it's really delicious, a good hot meal. All right, what you're going to need is you're going to need salt, chicken broth. You're going to need 4 biscuits because this is for 4 people. And of course, I think this got 5, but that's all right. I think we can do something with that other biscuit. You are going to, and now you can do what you want to, but, and no, I don't make these homemade for this. Ain't no sense in these, works fine. But now I get the grands, the butter flavored ones, seems like they taste better. All right, you're going to need onion and bluebonnet or butter, whichever you prefer, and you're going to need mushrooms and celery and flour and milk, and I didn't have any pimentos, but I have a red orangey pepper, and that's all a pimento is a pepper, and it tastes it has a more subtle, gentler taste than even a sweet pepper. But sweet pepper is what I got, and this is a great substitute. And the piece de resistance, I can't even say that right, piece de resistance, my leftover roasted chicken. And you can see my husband and I, we only like dark meat. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to cube this up and chop it up. I think I need 2 cups of it. And I'm going to get my hair twigged up, get my apron on, and get my chicken in the process, and I'll be back. Thank you guys. I just about forgot. You are going to need a good big size pan to get your dinner going in. And then what you could actually do is use that one, bake your biscuits, get them out. But now I use a separate one, and bake your biscuits, get them out, and use that pan. But I use a separate one because I like my biscuits to be hot, which it probably don't matter because you're putting that hot mixture on it, but that's just me. I'll be back. Okay guys, let's get to work on this chicken. And I need 2 cups of cubed chicken is what I'm going to need. So let's get the skin off there. I bet that's delicious. Well, I know it is. I mean, chicken skin is always the best part. But get me a knife here and get this chicken breast off here. There we go. And start cutting it, cubing it. I want 2 cups of it. And I'm hoping to get it all out of the chicken breast part of it. And I think what I'll do is put my chicken that I'm saving in this other bowl. And I was going to say that I would let you off here, but let me show you what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to take me a knife. Can y'all see me? And I don't want it real big, giant bites, but I don't want it miserable either. So I'm just going to kind of cube it like that. That piece too little, but I mean, it's still going to be 8, don't get me wrong. But I kind of want it in, you know, bite size, something like that. And I'm going to get me 2 cups of this cut up. and start on my onions and my peppers and whatnot. And I shall be back in just a few. All right, thank you. Uh-oh, I chicken on my finger. Just about forgot. I need to get my mushrooms, my onion, and my celery in there. And I'm going to need a quarter cup of onion and a quarter cup of celery and 1 3/4 or 2 cups mushrooms, either or, and about 5 heaping tablespoons of butter, or at least 3 heaping spoons, and then 2, you know. Let me get this onion chopped real fast. Try to get this. And I know everybody's seen me chopping onion, but this is the little skill that lady sent me the video on. I love it. And somebody asked me for a copy of that video, and I could find the video, but I couldn't find the comment again. I looked and looked and looked. I was gonna send it to her, but it's on YouTube, and it's how to chop an onion. And there'll be a bunch of them, but I wish I could find the comment again to send that to her, because after that lady sent that to me, I went and looked. I never thought of looking at how to chop an onion. Duh. But I'm still so thankful she said that to me, because I've always struggled with a dad-burn onion. And like I said, I can't find that lady's comment to send her the right one. But now there might be more than one right one. I don't know. I was so happy with the video that I got. I didn't stay in there too long. But it wouldn't have made no difference if I'd stayed in there all day. I couldn't find the lady that commented. Now I'm going to need a measuring cup. Now I'm not a big crazy measurer. You guys know that. But every now and then I measure some. I try to measure. Alright, that is about, that's about a quarter cup. Yeah. Alright, get my onions in there. And get my celery in there next. These will go in the next dish I make, whatever it may be. They'll be used, I can tell you that. Okay, wash your celery. I'm going to wash your celery and start chopping it, and then I'll be back. Thank you. Now, I had, on another video, I had cut celery up, and I had mentioned that you need to peel your celery. And I'll mention it again because we're so close to Thanksgiving, and there's going to be a lot of new cooks that's never cooked before and using celery. Celery has to be peeled. It's kind of like a green bean. I mean, you're going to regret it if you don't peel it, because it just, you know, it's like it ruins your dish. It's real reminiscent of a pie plant. There's another name for it, but I can't remember what people call it, because I grew up calling it pie plant. You make pies out of it, obviously. And you put strawberries in with it, because it's so sour that you can't stand it if you don't. Well, anyhow, I've got it peeled here. Now I'm going to get me a quarter cup of this celery going too. Get it chopped. I ain't chopping it very big, because now I don't want it to take it the rest of my life to tender up. So let's get that going. Well, it don't take much to make a quarter cup. I'm trying to think of what that's called. Honey, that'll come to me 14 videos down the road. But you look at my hair. It's sat. Rain just has filled over this mess. Alright, let's see if we got a quarter cup yet. we don't, we're real close. We're awfully close. Let me get a little dab more in there. I really would. There's a lot of you all know what that is, pie plant. I just can't think of that other name that people calls it. It's untailing. And this ought to be enough. Yep, that's looking good. All right, let's get our celery in here with our onion. Let's get our, we need 1 3/4 cups. Let's get our butter in there. 5 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I must have cut them smaller than a tablespoon, yeah, because that's correct. So, all right, and you need 1 cup and 3/4 cup of mushrooms. Now let's get that in there. I'll get and throw that butt off that. Let's get it down too. Butt off that onion. The reason I needed to get this on was so it could be getting tender. That's about right. While I cube up my chicken and cut up my peppers and whatnot. And I'm going to finish cubing this chicken and clean up some of my mess and let this be getting tender, and I shall return. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, I turned it up a little bit and I put a little bit more of everything in it because, well, I mean, I got it. I done had it chopped. But what I've done is basically double the recipe, and I've got enough of the chopped pimentos and the chicken for it to be double, and I'm getting ready to put them biscuits on and let them be getting done, because this is not going to take that much longer. And I didn't know how to bake them. I had to look at them. And them biscuits said something I've never seen before. They said, heat your oven to 375 or 350 for a non-stick cookie sheet. So I went right in the middle of 350 and 375 because this is not, well, we hope it don't stick. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, won't we? So I've got my oven going. I'm going to get them biscuits in there. I'll spread that out a little bit more. Them 5 biscuits probably take up this whole pan. And that's good. And I've got my mushrooms and celery and butter getting with it over here. I never could open these things. Oh, and it always scares me. I usually take a knife to them. I don't fix these things too often. Forgot what I was going to say. Had it in my head a while ago, but that was then, this is now. And Lordy, don't you look how big them things are. Well, I'm glad I doubled the recipe. Because them big biscuits. So, let's get that going. I'm going to let that oven preheat just a few more minutes. And then put them in there. And then I'll be back and we'll get our rest of our tricks in here and get her put together. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I've got it turned up here. And it's doing pretty good. They're just about where I want it. I'm going to add me a little bit of salt, not a lot, because it's such a delicate. It only calls for 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon, that's plenty. And 2 tablespoons flour. Let's get that in there. Get it going good. But I put the, that's about, looks about right. I'll have one more little dash. There we go. That was about 2 tablespoons and about a teaspoon. That's what that worked out to be, because I didn't keep them tablespoons. I normally would, but I didn't this time. And then we just want to get it mixed up real good. I hate to make it all this racket. Let's see if I can cut back on the racket some. Yeah, that helped a bunch. Anyway, we're gonna let this get going good, and then we're gonna get us in a cup of chicken broth and a cup of milk, and get our roux going in this, and then get our chicken in there and our pimento. So let's get our chicken broth in there. Now let me grab my milk. Shh. Calls for a cup of each. Shake that chicken broth up a little dab. Let me do that. And I want to turn this down because I want this process to go a whole lot slower right here making the roux. Alright, that'll do it. Now let's get our cup of that in there. And I'll get that stirred up and get it going, and then when I feel like I've got it mixed good enough, I'll get my chicken and my pimento in there next. Oh yeah, and I have a lot of people that asking about the recipes. They've not realized yet that I put every recipe above every single video. If you go to the top of the video and hit more, it'll show you the whole recipe, and you can copy and paste it or print it or whatever you want to do. And again, I have got a onion peeling. I was just surprised in just about everything I cook. Don't you love? What about onion peel? I don't even know how that got in there. I've got the YouTube channel, and I've got stuff on it that won't be on the library's Facebook page. And I'm here in a day or two getting ready to start with the canning videos that I was talking about. I'm gonna do my sauerkraut, because I love sauerkraut year round, but in the winter time I just especially love it. And I got a little bit, but I didn't make none this year, so I'm going to make a little bit, because you can kind of make it as you go along. It works just fine out of store-bought cabbage as it does fresh out of the ground. Tastes the same, it ferments, and you can't tell no difference in it. Alright, this is coming right along, and I'm going to get my chicken in there, and that's probably about 3 tablespoons of the pimento, and of course it was asking for 2, and then it was asking for 2 cups of cubed chicken, and I've got about 3.5 there, something like that. It's plenty. I could have cut off a little bit more, but this is enough. And then it is let it cook my pimentos a little dab, and incorporate my chicken in there, and get everything all happy together, and let my roux thicken up a little bit. And I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. It's still going a little faster than I want it to. Be harder to keep it from sticking if I let it go too far. And I got my biscuits in the oven. I can already smell them. They ain't been in there but a minute, seems like. All right then, we shall return. Thank you. Okay, y'all, I got it up on high drive pretty good here. Let me show it to y'all. And can you see it there? And well, I ain't got it on high drive. I've got it up one notch above medium. It ain't thick enough. I'm gonna thicken it up because now my biscuits are really starting to come along now, and this will thicken up. And well, it's starting to thick up some. I want it a little bit thicker though. All right then, let me put this back over so I can. Is that okay? Yeah. So I can check on my biscuits. I believe they are where they need to be, just about, it looks like. Let me check. I hate not having a oven light or anything. Well, they're not brown yet. Let's let them get brown. And this is coming right along. All right, we'll be back in a second. Thank you. Okay. It's starting to bubble, toil and trouble here. We don't want it to burn. And pie plant is dad burn rhubarb. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. Tell you what. But let's check on them biscuits again real fast, y'all. Let's see what we got there. Too much. I'd say this will be where we want it, and so will the biscuits about the same time. And this is the real big Pampered Chef skillet, the 12-incher, and I've used it more than the little one, and it's coming along real nice. It don't like just a tad being exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to turn this out right there. And let's see about our biscuits again, because once they start browning, it don't take them but a few seconds. Well, they're taking their sweet time. I'm going to put them on broil. Now I don't want them black enough, but I want them a little bit brown. Put them back in there. I may have to pull this off the burner. Because now iron, even though it's off, it keeps on keeping on. I'm sorry, y'all. Won't be but another few. Well, you know I'm browning the biscuits, and I've got this off. It's where I want it. I'll just keep stirring it so it don't get a burnt spot in it. And we'll be back in a minute. Make us a plate. Thank you. Hey guys, I've got them biscuits out of the oven, and I ain't got enough light on. And let's make us a plate here right fast. Let's see what we got. The biscuits been out just a minute or two. They're cooling just right. And here's my chicken a la king. And it is so pretty. And so, I don't know, I'm trying to get it right so you can see it. And so, it's so good. And I want to thank y'all for everything that you say and do, especially, you know, the stories where I can say something or do something or whatever that reminds you of your mother or your grandmother, or something that you heard growing up that you've not heard in years because maybe you've moved off, or, you know, whatever, something like that. And them stories touch me. My little mother's gone too, and I'd just give anything to see her put her around the kitchen cooking a little meal again. I just really would. So I understand, you know, where you're coming from on that, and I appreciate it, and it touches my heart. And if you and I don't want to beat a dead horse, you know, going on about the YouTube, but it's just so important to me that the ones who are interested in other things like the canning, I'm going to put that stuff on there. So just go to YouTube and in search engine put Georgia Million and then hit search, and I'm the first one that pops up at the top, and just go in there and there's going to be videos. Like I said already, there's already videos that aren't on the library, and then there'll be other ones added to it. So here is our chicken a la king, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you make it and try it. It's an easy little dish to make, and it's so yummy. And you could probably use that canned chicken or something from the store if you wanted to. And now people put some mixed vegetables in here, some carrots or peas or something. I just didn't. I prefer it like this, but now if you want to make it heartier or be able to stretch it some, you can do that. A can of mixed vegetables, if the kids or the husband want or the wife won't have that, then a can of peas, something like that, you know. All right, or carrots. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Until next time. Add y'all plenty pepper to that chicken a la king too, and it's just so much better. It loves black pepper. All right, thank you guys.